The chairperson of the Council of Governors, Governor Wycliffe Oparanya, Deputy President, Speaker of the Senate, governors here present, deputy governors, leaders of county assemblies, our development partners, good morning. Let me say it is truly a joyous day as we come together here this morning to witness the groundbreaking ceremony for this G47 Ungatuzi Tower. I believe a further step towards cementing the devolution agenda, and also a testament to the ever-growing collaboration and strengthening of partnerships between our two tiers of government. Let me also say that it is wonderful to also witness the partnership between the Council of Governors and the pension fund, meaning that resources that are available to the pension fund are being reinvested in strengthening our devolution agenda, while at the same time protecting the ultimate interest of all our devolution workers. So hongera, my friend, pongezi sana, pongezi kwako. I think that is wonderful. And asante sana kwa kukumbuka a water meter who used to roam these areas in the early 20s. Asanteni sana, tunashukuru, tunasema asanti. Let me also say that I am delighted and indeed very humbled to accept your offer, Chairperson, to name the museum that will be on this site after me, and I look forward to working with you and your team towards its development. Asante sana, nashukuru sana. Thank you. Today we also convene to witness the launch of the social economic strategy that will anchor our national effort to bounce back better and stronger from the negative impacts of COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, the outbreak and spread of COVID-19 pandemic and the measures taken to contain the spread of this virus have no doubt devastated not just our economy, but all global economies. Available estimates show that overall in 2020, the world economy will reduce by 4.4%, made up of a reduction in advanced economies of 5.8%, a reduction in emerging and developing economies of 3.8%, and in our own sub-Saharan Africa, a decline of 3%. Kenya's economy has also suffered the wrath of this pandemic, and it is estimated that we shall register a growth of 0.6% in 2020, and this is indeed a sharp drop from the growth of 5.4% that we had in 2019. This growth reduction largely reflects the negative growth in tourism and our hospitality sector, in education and the transport sectors, which crowded out the growth that we managed to register in agriculture, financial and insurance activities, construction and real estate development. So, ladies and gentlemen, we as leaders and policymakers at both the national and county government levels must grapple with a basic question. How can we best strike the delicate balance between the public health imperatives of combating COVID-19 on the one hand and the need to secure livelihoods and economic vitality on the other. We must rethink our strategies and identify ways in which we can turn this moment of adversity into a moment of opportunity. How can we, as Kenya, bounce back better and stronger in a post-COVID-19 environment, taking advantage of the lessons, innovations, and resilience that this crisis has unearthed? As we do this, we must keep in mind the following pertinent questions and issues. We must ask ourselves, what if international borders are once again closed and a fresh round of extreme restrictions on the international movement of goods and purposes are once again imposed? How shall we react? What if the current COVID-19 status quo prevails for longer than expected? And how ready is our nation's healthcare system, our supporting infrastructure, and our human resource base? How ready are we in the event of an emergence of a similar public health emergency sometime in the future? We must ask these and other profound questions, just as is being done in every other nation across the world. The pandemic has underscored the urgent need for Kenya to revitalize our health and welfare systems, establish a more progressive, effective, agile, as well as a sustainable safety net that meets the fast-changing needs of both current and future generations, and the need for closer planning and cooperation between our two tiers of government. I am glad to note that a positive aspect of this pandemic has been the fortification of intergovernmental relations between the two tiers of government. We have discovered new synergies, developed collaborative arrangements that can cascade to other areas of service to Kenyans and show that we can truly fulfill the one government of Kenya ideal. Together, Chairperson, we have expanded our physical health infrastructure, installed new and more medical equipment, recruited additional healthcare workers, upskilled our health service labor force, and deployed a testing and contact tracing system that has been a role model for other African nations. And all of this together has moved Kenya closer to achieving our universal health coverage. And it is for this reason that the county government COVID-19 social economic re-engineering and recovery strategy could not have come at a better time. The strategy, of which we have heard a brief summary from Governor Anyang', and that we are just about to launch, is targeted at creating a grassroots social economic upsurge that will build on the innovation and resilience that we have seen during this pandemic. This strategy must drive real growth and rebound within the counties, which, when coupled with the complementary efforts that we have introduced and shall continue to implement at the national level, I believe that these two aspects together shall and can deliver great dividends to all Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans are looking to us as their leaders to guide this nation out of the quagmire caused by the pandemic and into greater equity, service delivery, and prosperity. Fellow leaders, this is not a time for business as usual. The strategy plans at both the county and national levels draw on limited resources that have become even more diminished due to the social economic impacts of the pandemic. These limited resources must be utilized strictly for the purpose of elevating our nation. They must be used faithfully and with utmost transparency and accountability. We will not have a second chance at implementing recovery and resurgence strategies for the enduring benefit of Kenyans as we do now. If we waste this chance, we will certainly consign our motherland to years of being mired by economic slowdown and social injustice. I call upon all relevant internal units and external agencies to exercise heightened vigilance and oversight to ensure that funds are used prudently and lawfully. I also wish at this juncture to thank all our development partners who have collaborated with us during this period, but also before, and who we look forward to partnering with in the future as we seek to fulfill our social economic objectives as lined out by our own Vision 2030, as outlined in our African Union strategy, as well as the SDGs. We truly appreciate all our development partners who work closely with us to achieving this agenda, and indeed, as was stated, we thank the offices of the United Nations and all the other development partners who have been close collaborators. Asanteni sana. But at this juncture, I must also make it clear that while we appreciate your support and look forward to your collaboration, you must always remember that Kenya has its owners, and its owners are 50 million Kenyans. And please, I ask you to refrain from interfering or telling us or trying to direct us in which way we should go. We are clear on where we want to go. We ask you to join us, to support us in that endeavor. But do not interfere, because we shall not allow for you to dictate to us which direction that should be. That will be up to Kenyans. Na tafadhali nawaomba kwa heshima kubwa, mtuheshimu ndio tuwaheshimu. Sina namna hiyo, kila mtu ako na shida zake, ama namna gani? Even they have their own problems to resolve huko kwao. They have no business lecturing us about how to fix ours. Anyway, I say that in good faith, very good faith. I will not allow that, and we shall not allow that as a country. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I wish to extend our internal national gratitude, especially to our health workers, whose excellent services and sacrifices have saved countless lives. I also wish to thank our law enforcement, our administration officers, our essential service providers, all at the national and county government levels, who have kept the Kenya flame burning bright, and for that we shall forever be eternally grateful. I wish to thank both houses of parliament for appropriating the resources that we have needed in this period of pandemic, and I look forward to further collaboration with you as we continue with our recovery strategy. I commend our judiciary for embedding innovation and technology in keeping the wheels of justice turning, and I also thank the executive at both levels, as well as our county assemblies, for your diligence and drive. Kenya's religious sector, our private sector, and Kenyans from all walks of life have stepped up when called upon. And I am confident that if we continue working together, just as we have done in the last 9 months, Kenya can and will emerge from this crisis better and stronger. Our unity is indeed our shield and our greatest strength. When we all pull in the same direction, there is nothing that Kenya cannot achieve. So with these brief remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is not only my distinct honor, but also pleasure to declare the county government COVID-19 social economic re-engineering recovery strategy for 2020-21 to 22-23 officially launched And I also wish you every success in completing this magnificent building that we have just seen. And I look forward to joining you at a later date when we shall be here proudly opening your new facility. Na wewe Bwana Eugene uanze kutafuta vile utaondoka ukuje mkae na hawa kwa hii nyumba hapa. Hakuna haja ya unalipa rent huko na hawa wamekupatia space hapa. Kuja ukae na wao. Mfanye kazi na wao. Mungu awabariki nyote na walinde. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate His Excellency, and most humbly I now wish to invite His Excellency at the lounge position so that His Excellency can praise the bazaar. It is the official launch, and the President now presses the bazaar with the Chairman, the Deputy President, and also the Speaker of the Senate. Serikali ndio hiyo. Let's appreciate them as the President presses the bazaar.
The Council of Governors presents to you County COVID-19 Socio-Economic Reengineering Recovery Strategy.
Let us appreciate the strategy, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Tupongeze kazi nzuri iliyofanywa na magavana wetu, and very specific the Council of Governors. Thank you. Thank you. Let's appreciate once again the distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Moatia Club, the official launch of the County COVID-19 Socio-Economic Reengineering and Recovery Strategy. Nitaomba Mheshimiwa Rais anikubalie nimuombe atamkabidhi naibu wa rais kopi moja. Nitaomba my colleague Mercy a copy to His Excellency the President ili amkabidhi naibu wa rais. Tumpongeze kwa makofi tafadhali. Nitaomba amkabidhi mwenyekiti, the COG chair. Asante sana. Nitaomba amkabidhi the co-chair, the vice chair, Honorable Mongi Wairia kutoka Murang'a, kindly. Thank you, Governor. Asante. The chairman of the committee, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. Mheshimiwa Nderito Moreithi. Na kwa niaba ya Gender Balance, the Deputy Governor from Nyeri. Nitaomba wale ambao tuko kwenye jukwaa tutaweza kuzishika ili tuweze kupata picha moja tafadhali. The Excellency, one copy for His Excellency ili tuweze kupata picha. Let us appreciate